I have spent my life healing. But in that room, I learned that some things are meant to stay dead.
I wasn't a monster. I was a travel agent. Everyone wanted to leave China, and I was the only one who didn't care why.
I thought I was ready for anything. Those tunnels proved I was wrong.
The wealthy didn't care where the parts came from. They never imagined they were paying for their own infection.
I was just a waiter walking home at dawn. I didn't see people coming down that street. I saw the end of the world.
We chose to be wrong early, rather than right too late.
It is easy to despise a nation you have never tried to understand.
We were so busy fighting over who owned the dirt that we didn't notice the dirt was starting to get up and walk.
We had the data. We had the models. What we didn't have was imagination. The world was on fire and everyone wanted a bucket of water. I didn't care if the bucket was empty. I just charged them for the handle.
We didn't need to panic. Everything was under control.
We built this town on the ruins of our own ignorance. We refused to see the warnings until they were eating our neighbors.
It stretched to the horizon. Sedans, trucks, buses, RVs, anything that could drive. Even a cement mixer.
They tell me what happened here was not unusual. All around our world, where the ocean meets the land. People trying desperately to board whatever floated for a chance of survival at sea.
We were in church. Mommy said Daddy would come find us.
They thought if the lighting was good enough, the monsters wouldn't dare ruin the shot. We lost a lot of good people learning how to fight the right war.
Nuclear war between Iran and Pakistan. Who would have believed it? But then again, no one would have expected the dead to rise, now would they?
We thought we were prepared. We thought we were the most powerful army in history. Yonkers taught us we were just human. The difference between us and them, we were afraid of dying. They didn't even know what death was.
The question was never how many could be saved. It was how many were needed to survive.
We lost a lot more than just people when we abandoned them to the dead. The nerve gas wasn't a weapon, it was a sieve. We used it to find the infected.
My parents died sharing their last heat with me. Now I look around and see the monsters, the hoarders, and the cowards all thriving.
The frost was supposed to take the trash out, but it missed a few spots.
I destroyed the world's oldest road to save 1 billion people. Now, I spend my days fixing broken tiles.
We stopped asking what a person wanted and started asking what they were worth to the species.
They have no tactics and no fear, but they also have no imagination. The square isn't just a tactic, it's a promise.
I saw the world
stop asking what a person couldn't do and start realizing what we all had to do. Survival isn't just about breathing. It's about remembering why you wanted to breathe in the first place.
When I hit that swamp, I wasn't a colonel or a pilot anymore. I was just bait.
Eventually you learn what you can do, what you never thought you were capable of.
Even if you didn't understand the language, there was no mistaking the human voice of anguish.
What if you open the door to some underground city and 23 million zombies come spewing out?
Discipline is the body. Patience is the mind. Together, they survive.
We were facing 50 million monsters, but those monsters were facing the gods.
The cold was never the enemy. The cold was our ally. It slowed them. It hardened us.
Cuba won the zombie war. We didn't just survive the infection, we used it as a forge.
The captain looked at me and said, "My order and my responsibility. We stand on the names of those who chose their conscience over their orders. Without the mutiny, there would be no China left to remember."
People ask if it was lonely up there. It wasn't. That only happened when I looked down and realized there was hardly anyone left to look back.
At Honolulu, the old world finally realized it was dead. For the first time in history, the North didn't give the orders.
We didn't give them medals, and they never asked for them. A dog doesn't care about politics or total war.
I told the 9 that by killing the 10th, they were eliminating the fear in their own hearts. It wasn't murder. It was a final purification.
Everybody was looking at the beaches, but the real war was 3 miles down. They don't need to breathe, and the pressure doesn't bother them.
Everyone else is a liar, everyone who claims that their campaign was the hardest.
Nothing more terrifying than fighting in a city. Try underneath one.
We didn't abandon the East. We bought the West enough time to learn how to breathe again.
I'd sign that red line in blood all over again if it meant we were still standing here today.